glad Todd mentioned that, because I almost forgot that it was my son's birthday.
Hey, I already did until y'all reminded me.
18, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Pastor Todd, can you get those things?
Yep.
Sorry.
Put your sunglasses
Yes,
on.
as Pastor Todd was saying, that the 20 turkeys that just come out of, just got a call from Video Review. They just said that they had 20 turkeys that they wanted to bless a church with, to be a blessing to someone else, which is a wonderful outreach. And I just want to tell you, God is up to something.
Yes, he is.
God is up to something, and he's showing it to us right now. That he's up to something, and he's going to use this church to do that something. And that's the message today. If you pull out your notes for the message today, is God is up to something. He is definitely up to something. And we're going to be looking at the 12th chapter of the book of Genesis this morning. And this marks what many scholars call the beginning of the redemptive drama of the restoration of humanity to our original purpose and divine intention. Now, when you read the opening chapters of the book of Genesis, you'll discover that we were created to be in perfect sync and a perfect relationship with God. And all that is taken away and changes when Adam does not use his divine-given covenant authority to kick a snake out of his marriage. You see, that's why we need to be careful about the snakes we allow to come into our lives. So let's go to Genesis chapter 1 in your notes and just read verse 1. God had told Abram, leave your own country behind you and your own people, and go to the land that I will guide you to. If you do, I will cause you to become the father of a great nation. I will bless you and make your name famous, and you will be a blessing to many others. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you, and the entire world will be blessed because of you. So Abram departed as the Lord had instructed him, and Lot went too. Abram was 75 years old at that time. He took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot and his wealth, the cattle and the slaves that he had gotten in Haran, and finally arrived in Canaan. Now in this chapter, it's chapter 12. It opens with God choosing a man. And it's kind of strange why he chooses him. He chooses this man named Abram, who was from Ur of the Chaldeans. And he speaks to him, promising to bless him, and through him to bless the entire human race. Now it's interesting to me that God would choose someone like Abram to be this first role player on the stage in this salvific redemptive drama. You see, as the curtain comes up on this first act of the drama of restoration, you would think that there'd be a little more behind this man Abraham to back his legitimacy as the father of the faith. You'd think that as God begins the redemptive drama and the curtain comes up on God's story, that he wants to come in with a big bang and have the first person on the scene have something that makes sense for why they are the lead character in this first act of the drama. I'm talking about, I wonder why would God choose the son of a famous idolater? A man whose wife is barren. See, he chooses who seems to have, he chooses him because Abraham seems to have a lot of baggage coming with him. Now, I had to ask God, why God would you choose this man, Abraham? Abram. I'm saying Abraham, but it's Abram at this time. And God brought to my attention that he wants to build up who he chooses from the ground up. See, that's why he chooses people who are already on the ground. You see, because God is seeking people who will never challenge his glory. He seeks to choose people who know that they are not where they are by what they have done, but who know that they are where they are because of what God has done for them. You see, he needs to get you to a place where you don't question the guidance and the hand and the move of God in getting you God says to Abram, this man from Ur of the Chaldeans, the son of an idolatrous man, the husband of a barren wife, he says, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to use you, Abram. I know that there is nothing that you see in yourself that will be able to make this happen. I know that there is nothing about you that will make you look at yourself and say, hey, I'm the right person. But Abram, that's okay, because I'm going to make this happen. You see, when God blesses us and chooses to work through us, sometimes we have so little to offer that it causes him to make something out of us. You see, the word, look at the word make. Make. The word make is a word of creativity. It involves something being brought into existence when nothing was available. You see, creation suggests that there is nothing available, and then God reaches into that availability of nothing. And God puts his hand into that nothing. And he grabs something out of nothing and makes something out of nothing that was available. You see, nothing never gets puffed up with pride. Nothing never gets beside itself. Nothing doesn't cut God out of the equation. And nothing has nothing but time. You see, that someone once said, be careful what you decide about what you think I can become based upon what you see I have to offer. You see, it looks like to others that you don't have much to offer, but I'm telling you what, you serve a God who specializes in taking nothing and making nothing out of something. You see, and I give God all the praise for that. And we all should be shouting for joy, because you know, and I know, that we were nothing, on our way nowhere, doing nothing, hanging around nobodies. And then God reached into that nothingness of our lives, and he designed something out of us. You see, he made something.